Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is George, and we are back with another with a theory video for Camp Cretaceous Season 5 and sort of Dominion as well. Um, Basically, today's video is on how BIOSYN got the mind control chips from Manticore, because as we all know, now before anything, this will contain spoilers, and I have got my spoiler review coming soon this week. I just thought I'd release something in between and then do the spoiler review. I don't know why. This thing is the video. Okay, basically the real reason why I haven't done the spoiler review yet is because it's a half an hour long video and I cannot be bothered to edit it. So I need to get the motivation. So hopefully this will give me the boost. Anyway, so yeah, moving on to the moving on to the BIOSYN sort of theory here. How did they get the chips? How did this happen? Because if you haven't seen Camp Cretaceous Season 5, highly recommend you do. Otherwise, there's no point to you watching this video. Oh wait, no, there is. Go and watch Season 5. You will understand it and then come back here. So, anyway, now that we've got that out of the way, here we go. So, Season 5 ends, obviously, with them leaving the island, blah, 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 being saved by the lot. And Brooklyn tells Kenji that May contacted the police and they took Kenji's dad into custody. Now, obviously, he's going to jail. So, how did BIOSYN get the chips? Because obviously, any deals with BIOSYN have been shut off. You know, the deal that they had, which was get the chips and the samples of the dinosaurs to BIOSYN within 2 weeks. That deal was off, clearly, because he's got, you know, Daniel Kahn is going to jail. So where the hell did they get the chips from? Well, there could be more people working for Manticore behind the scenes, which could mean that, you know, BIOSYN could have potentially communicated with the others, or maybe Daniel Kahn got a visit from Dodgson in jail and said, I can't believe you, like, you lied to me or whatever, or you didn't do what I said, or you didn't get the samples. And then maybe they have a conversation with him in jail, potentially. And then maybe they just either, they do one or two things. They either make their own chips to control the dinosaurs and use the exact copies of the ones Manticore had, or Daniel Kahn tells the police that he just wants to give BIOSYN the chips, and then they just allow it. But I doubt that would happen. So maybe BIOSYN just made their own chips, and they got the inspiration from, you know, the ones Manticore made, and maybe they saw behind the tech and thought it was a good idea, so maybe they try making their own. Possibly. That could be a reason to how BIOSYN got their, you know, their chips to send signals to their brains. In Dominion, we do get an explanation of what, you know, about the chips, you know, from Camp Cretaceous Season 5. You know, it sends, when there's like a distress, and we even saw it at the end of Dominion, like they sent the signal through the chips to send the dinosaurs to the center compound at the end of Dominion. You know, it sends a you know, radio wave signal to the brain. And like, which Alan Grant, well, that's what Ramsey Cole says to Alan Grant, and then Alan Grant proceeds to respond and says, like, shocks, no, like, signals, Ramsey replies. Which obviously it probably is shocks. Let's be real. It's the tech from Manticore going over to BIOSYN. So obviously it's going to be the same thing. But I think personally, Manticore, they saw Manticore's design and work and, you know, the tech that they used, and they thought, well, instead of using controllers that look like PS4 controllers, golden PS4 controllers, let's do something else, and let's, you know, let's make our own. Like, let's make our own chips. It can't be that hard. I mean, we're bigger than Manticore, definitely. Why not give it a try? So maybe that's what Dodgson has seen. Maybe he's thought, you know what? Screw Daniel Con, screwed Manticore. They're going bust. All right. Let's just take it that way. Now, my other theory is, now I don't think this one is, I think this one's highly unlikely. But my other theory is that obviously Kenji is now in charge of Manticore. If you haven't seen Dominion, season 5, Kenji's obviously now in charge of what goes on at Manticore and like what happens. And obviously May's at the island looking after the dinosaurs, whatever. Ben gets to visit. They all get to visit anytime they want. And Sammy's parents still supply the meat for the island, for the carnivores. So my theory is that Kenji still, doesn't want to break the deal with Dodgson. Because obviously that'll bring in a lot of money. Kenji, being Kenji, may be tempted by that and potentially gives them, maybe if there's any spare chips around that they missed, that they didn't throw into the fire, maybe he gives those to Dodgson or just BIOSYN in general, and that's how they get the chips. I think that one's highly unlikely, but out of those two theories, which one do you think is most common? I think it's probably the first one. BIOSYN making their own chips instead of getting the chips from Manticore, because obviously one's in jail, and May is obviously not going to do that, and Hawks is dead and everything like that. So obviously they're not going to do that. But let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Do you think Manticore did end up giving them the chips, or do you think BIOSYN just ended up going, oh, you know what, screw this, let's just create our own ones. We know what they look like, we know what they're capable of. I've spoken to Daniel Con, this is Dodgson talking, I've spoken to Daniel Con about how they work and everything. And you know what? It's a good idea. It's a really good idea. So let's just do it and let's see how it goes. So let me know what you guys think in the comments. That is the end of today's video. I know it's a short one, but it's a little theory video that I thought I'd do. I know Evo Square did something on it, but I didn't actually watch the video. I just saw the thumbnail pop up and I was like, oh, actually, yeah, that's a good point. How did BIOSYN do it? I've got my own sort of questions and theories. So that's why this video is a thing. So Evo Square kind of gave me the idea. So thank you, Evo Square. Anyway, that is all for today's video. I hope you guys did enjoy it. Please like if you did. Subscribe if you're new. As you know, on the road to 300 subs. I think I'm 14 subs away now. So please smash the like button and subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Cheers, much love as always. Bye-bye.